Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about bar graphs and histograms. So a bar graph is a graph with rectangular bars, and the graph usually compares different categories. These graphs can be plotted vertically, where the bars are standing up, or horizontally, where the bars are laying flat, going left to right. So let's say you surveyed your class and asked them what their favorite season is. So here we have our data collected. They could vote for spring, fall, summer, and winter. Looks like 5 said spring, 3 said fall, 12 said summer, and 7 said winter. So with a bar graph, it's a really good way to show the relative sizes. We can see which one season is like the most and which is like the least just by looking at it quickly. So then what is the range of this graph? So the most was summer with 12. The least was fall with 3. So if we subtract the largest from the smallest, 12 minus 3 gets 9. Okay, sometimes we'll see bar graphs with double bars, and we use double bar graphs to compare two data groups. So this graph has our favorite sports, and they're comparing the favorite sports of girls to the favorite sports of boys. So the key has our girls being yellow and boys being red. So then it says how many girls' favorite sport was soccer. So we want to look for soccer in yellow, okay? And we see that 6 girls said their favorite sport was soccer. The next question, what is the difference between girls and boys whose favorite sport was basketball? Okay, well, boys, there's 5 that said their favorite's basketball. Girls, 1. So 5 minus 1, there's a difference of 4. So 4 more boys liked basketball than girls. All right, so with this one, it says the bar graph shows the company's income and expenses over the last 5 years. And our key shows us that the dark black is the income, the gray is the expenses. So we want to find which statement is supported by the information in the graph. Okay, answer A says the expenses have increased 200,000 every year over the last 5 years. So expenses are gray. So I look first, there's 400,000. Then it went up to 500. Then 600, 700, and 800. So it's only going up by 100,000 each year, not 200. So then I can move on to answer B. Answer B says the income in year 5 was twice the income of year 1. So the income in year 5 was 900,000. The income in year 1 was 600,000. Okay. And 900 is not twice as much as 600, so answer B is also incorrect. Then answer C says the combined income for years 1, 2, and 3 was equal to the combined expenses of years 1, 2, and 3. So I'm first going to find the income. So year 1 income. Okay, income is our dark one. So year 1 was 600,000. Year 2 was also 600,000. In year 3 was 400,000. Okay, so there we get a total of 1,600,000 for income. And then if we want to find the expenses for years 1, 2, and 3, okay, year 1 was 400,000. Year 2 was 500,000. In year 3 was 600,000. And that gets us a total of 1,500,000. Okay, so they are not equal. So answer C is not correct. And then we just want to check to make sure that answer D is our right answer. So answer D says the combined expenses in years 3 and 4 were 300,000 more than the income in 3 and 4. Okay, so the expenses for year 3, so expenses are gray, that's our 600,000. The expenses in year 4 was 700,000, which is a total of 1,300,000. Then we want to look at the income for 3 and 4. So the income for year 3 was 400,000. And the income for year 4 was 600,000. And that gets us a total of 1 million. So it says the expenses is $300,000 more. That is true. Okay, so we can go through our graph and go through every answer choice to find out which one is correct. Question 2 says Parker conducted a random survey at the mall to determine the number of songs in each genre that were downloaded by 40 students, and the results are shown. Okay, so we have a double bar graph comparing girls to boys and the type of music they like. So based on the information in the graph, which inference about the general population is valid? So the first one says girls like country music more than all the other genres combined. So girls for country is 10. For rap, they liked 4, and rock was 6. So country was 10. The others, rap and rock, was also 10. And so 10 is not more than the others combined. It's the same. So that answer is not correct. Okay, answer B says more girls than boys like rock music. So looking at rock, 6 girls like it, 6 boys. So no, they like it the same. The next answer choice says boys like country music more than rock music. So boys that like country is 3, rock is 6. No, boys do not like country more than rock. And then the last one, boys like rock music more than girls like rap music. So the boys that like rock is 6, the girls that like rap is 4, and yes, 6 is bigger than 4. And so that's how we go through our bar graphs. Okay, now talking about histograms. A histogram is a graph that uses bars and ranges to graphically display its data. So basically, a histogram groups numbers into ranges, and then the height of each bar shows how many fall into that range. So you might think that sounds like a bar graph, okay, but it's a little different. Bar graphs are good when your data is in categories, okay, like comedy, drama, but when you have continuous data, such as a person's height, a histogram might be better. Okay, so here's our example. It's the height of orange trees. So if you measure the height of every tree in the orchard in centimeters, and the heights vary from 100 to 340 centimeters, you decide to put them in groups of 50. Okay, so we have from 100 to 150, 150 to 200, 200 to 250, 250 to 300, and 300 to 350. Okay, so you can see, for example, that there are 30 trees from 150 to 200. So if we look at 150 to 200, that's this range, okay? And we see that there are 30 trees that fall into that range of heights. So let's look at some other examples. Okay, so number 1 says which range had the least number of buildings, okay? So we can see that 1 to 10, there was 3 that are in that range, 6 that are between 11 and 20, 1 that's between 21 and 30, 7 that are between 31 and 40, and 4 between 41 and 50. So the one that had the least was the one with the range of 21 to 30. There was only one building that had the number of floors between 21 and 30. Number 2, Kara kept track of the number of characters in each book she read. So how many books had between 21 and 25 characters? So if we look for the group 21 to 25, we see that there were 5 books that had that many characters. So that's how you'd look at a histogram to answer some questions. All right, so now you'll be able to go back, complete your practice, and show us what you learned about bar graphs and histograms.